What's up guys, EverythingApplePro here, and in this video I wanted to do a little iPhone 6 rumor roundup. Now just to let you know, none of this is concrete, none of this is set, it's all rumor and speculation. However, that's proven to be true many times in the past. So in this video I just want to give you a little idea of what we might be looking at in the new iPhone 6 once it does roll around in September. And like I said, this is not guaranteed. Things are prone to change. However, it will give you a little idea of what's in store for us for the new iPhone 6 or iPhone Air, as Apple might also call it. Now, first and foremost is what everybody wants. Everybody's been desiring, but Apple just refuses to give them a bigger screen. So at 4 inches right now, the iPhone screen is adequate, but it's not ideal for many people. As many smartphones, the screen sizes begin to grow. Apple is lagging behind in that regard. Now, the number one figure I keep hearing is 4.7 inches. The Galaxy S4 had huge success with that screen size, so Apple may be taking a hint and going for 4.7 bezel-free display. Now, also a rumor going around is the screen will be coated entirely in sapphire glass that was used to make the Touch ID sensor. I personally think that's highly unlikely because of how many production issues that Apple was faced with when just making that little amount of glass needed for the Touch ID sensor. They delayed the iPhones by many weeks just because of that, so I think they'll just go with Gorilla Glass 3. I find this one highly unlikely because of production costs, and it just wouldn't be worth it. We wouldn't be able to tell. Now, a new technology called in-cell panel touch technology means we can make displays 0.4 to 0.9 millimeters thinner. Now, that might not seem like a lot. However, on such a thin iPhone, all those millimeters do add up. So it basically means the digitizer is gone. There's no more digitizer. You just get one layer of glass pretty much that features your touch panel technology, which is great because it means thinner displays, thinner iPhones. And not only is it thinner, it is also 10% brighter because there is less glass in the way of the backlight. Now, here's a picture supposedly taken at the Foxconn factory. As you can see, there's an iPhone 6 touch panel next to an iPhone 5S, and it does look legit. However, there is bezel on there, so I don't know if it's just an early production model or if that's what it will look like. However, it does look like it could be something made by Apple. Now, how possible is it for Apple to make an iPhone that's smaller and bigger at the same time? Two models released alongside has happened before with the iPhone 5C and 5S. However, I do think it's unlikely that they will be, making many different screen sizes for the iPhones. And here is a picture of the back panel released a while ago. However, just to give you an idea, it is aluminum in the back, meaning it will, look like the original iPhone 2G. So it'll be going back to their roots, which I think would be pretty cool. And I don't know how far along this iPhone is, but it does look fairly good. So there is just a purported image of the rear back panel. And here's the last leaked image. It's basically of a battery that will be used in the new iPhone. It looks very similar to the 5S battery, however, in the back, the connectors are a lot different. So with all of this, we do know that Apple is working on the new iPhone and it is currently in production. Now with the camera, we could be seeing a jump to 12 megapixels and the aperture will go down to 2 f-stops from 2.2, meaning you'll get in more light in the sensor, producing a clearer image, especially at night. Now the sizing for the new iPhone, there could be a 128 gigabyte option, and it will be called an iPhone Air or iPhone 6, either or, just like they call the iPad Air, because they will be focusing a lot on making it thinner, even though they're making the screen bigger. So the new iPhone 6 or iPhone Air will be revealed sometime in September, like usual, no change in schedule there, and shortly released a couple months after. Yes, this video is speculation. However, in the past, there have been many instances when speculation has been proven to be true. So lots of what you see in this video could be happening in the new iPhone 6. I do hope you enjoyed this little rumor roundup. Again, things are prone to change, but I have given you a rough idea of what we might be seeing in the new iPhone. I do hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, guys. Peace.